Perfectly all right if you know how to do that.
All right, we're live.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Are they back? Or are we? Do we have people back? Huh. Interesting.
Let's see if it's working. There we go. I think it's got.
Alina, you're still on the screen, dear. Ah, thank you. See, we're still learning how to use this program. You could give us some pointers, I'm pretty sure.
I would say the regular thing is working pretty good. The way we had it originally is how I normally do it, but that's why things. Yeah, it takes some getting
This
used
is
to.
this way I can see you. My eyesight is like not the best close up. It used to be, but it's switched. I can see over there now, but I can't see right here. So this way I get to see you, like really see you. I see you're in a bedroom though. That's fascinating. What are
I
you
am.
doing in
This is.
there?
I'm at my godparents' house.
Aw, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's nice. Pretty
Yep.
color.
Thank you. Yes. She's a very beautiful old house. I think it was built in like the early 1800s or something like that. There's a lot of earthquakes around
Wow.
because of it. To clear
I
out the
love I love old houses like that. I live in a house probably built in 1920. Yeah, falling down around my ears, but hey, we don't look at that part.
I love how many people have joined us. Wonderful. Welcome,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you for coming over, and thank you for being our guest today. I'm so excited to have you. I mean,
I've
you're
been
like
seeing
a
a lot of
coup.
you lately. I got to see you for Christmas Eve, and then you'll be on my podcast next week again because it's 108. We got
Ah,
to
that's
have you on
right.
the 108 podcast. I mean, come on. We can't miss that opportunity.
Well, send me the date so I can look at my calendar and make sure I've got it
We planned
available.
it like 2 months ago.
No, we were
We're
supposed
going to
to
come
do
on
it today,
January
I
8th.
believe. Today, I think we were supposed to do it today, but that's okay. We can try for
Either way, we
108.
can take a plan. I can never
Yeah.
get enough of you, Angelica. Hanging out with you.
We were so happy to see you. Did you enjoy that? Did you get to rewatch the replay of the tea ceremony where you could do it with someone, with
I
your
didn't
little
get a chance.
person?
I arrived here quite late last night and had some adulting that I had to do, getting all
Uh-oh.
my ducks in a row. So, yeah.
I
I'm
hate that
working on
adulting
something
thing.
really interesting and exciting. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but that's why I drove all the way up here to do something that's really interesting and exciting. And I'll tell you guys about it if it goes well.
I'm seeing some nice comments. Olivia, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It was
And
a wonderful ceremony, by the way. So thank you, Siddhartha, for that wonderful ceremony. I was
he's
able to
really
follow
good.
along. I meditate while driving all the time. I just do it with my eyes open.
I think he was a little worried about you driving. I think he was. I think he was kind of like, "Oh, she's driving."
Well, you know what's funny, and I think it might be thanks to my ADD, but I've spent my whole life practicing tuning out, daydreaming, so to speak, right? Even in class, I would tune out all the time. I just tune out. And so now I've noticed that when I'm tuning out, I'm actually tuning in.
That's
Isn't that
right.
funny?
That's probably true. I worked for an artist who was so dyslexic and I believe attention deficit that she could not sit still long enough to like be in a meeting or listening to so she had to draw or paint. Then she could pay attention. She could focus on the meeting if she was working, if she was doing drawing and painting and stuff like that. But she could not do it if she was just sitting there. She couldn't do it. She could not sit there long enough to do it. So I think that the mind of people who have that particular thing, it's because they're able to do that. It's normal for them to be doing one thing and doing another thing at exactly the same moment.
Yes.
So I think it's a kind of a gift when you can multitask like that.
I
You
call it
know?
juggling. It's like being a circus act when you're juggling all those
Yep.
things. Occasionally I drop a couple balls. I don't mean to, but it happens. Yeah, you get your
But
circus act going, you can really start to multitask.
yeah, or you just don't sleep like I do. If you don't sleep, you get a lot of stuff done because sleep is way overrated, I think.
I used to say I'll sleep when I'm dead, and now I realize they don't sleep. They're more active than we are.
Well, that's
So there's
true.
no rest for the dead, is there?
That's true. That's true. That's
Uh-uh.
absolutely true. That's funny and true. So
You're
I
more
was
active than death.
I was I was having a thought, and you see what you think of the thought, because I've never thought about this before, but it occurred to me. Siddhartha likes you so much. And I want to ask you a few questions before we ramble off, but he likes you so much. How would you feel if he interviewed you? He might have the upper hand, honestly. He might. He might have the
Just
upper
thought of
hand.
that is absolutely ticklingly hilarious. But I mean, yeah,
I
I would. I mean,
would you mind if he tried?
I almost feel like he does that anyway.
Oh, that's true. I know. He kind of I told you he's going to have the upper hand. You might as well know it.
That's funny.
So, what would you think of that?
For
Would that be
anything, you
fun?
know me. I'm up for any game we want to play today.
All right. That's pretty cool. That's so funny.
Aw.
Somebody saying that would be fun. That's funny.
It's distracting having the comments up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
My
I don't usually
ADD,
get to
you
see
just
them.
no idea how much it challenges my ADD on a daily basis.
That is crazy that you can read them at the same time that's going on. So I'm wondering if I should change my headset like I did yesterday. He did really good. Uh, let me ask him, what do you want to do? Oh, okay. Can you hear, is the sound okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Then we'll just leave this in and he says it's okay. Now, if some weird thing happens, then I'll put the other. Actually, he did that himself. We had a little funny glitch while we were doing the tea ceremony with our African group, and I went out with this headset in, and I came back with the earbuds, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And they said we didn't even see him do that. I don't
Magic.
know. It might have been. I put nothing past him. So since he really wants to speak to you, now keep him on track with time because I don't know how much time you have. We
I have
usually
an
go
hour.
in.
I have an hour, and then I got a beastie chase, and then I have a lot
Well,
to do.
we will do that. Then let's just let him talk to you because this could be really entertaining, don't you think so?
Absolutely. I think he's always entertaining. So
We're down to 109 people, so we could have 108 here in about 1 second. I don't know. That's kind of funny. There it is. There's the 108.
there you
Oh,
go.
haha.
108. Perfect.
Did you do that? He probably did that. I should take my glasses off too. Now I don't need to see you. So that's funny. All right, so let's go, people. So we are light beings. Let's start that way. We release all of our past negatives. We seek the light. We're protected by the light, surrounded by the light, aspire toward the light, accompanied by the light. We are light beings. And we thank the universe for all it has given to us today and in the future. There you are. We wanted to talk to you yesterday and we could not do it.
You were very busy. You did an amazing job on that tea ceremony.
We are thanking you. We are missing something here. Where
Her
is
shawl,
that?
yes.
Where is it? Vessel did not put that on there. We are not knowing where that went. That's very disturbing to us. Ah, come on. Okay, no, we will not use that. We don't know where it went.
Oh, it's 11:11. Look at that.
And 108.
And 108 people watching.
Yes.
We've been seeing a lot of synchronicity through numbers lately.
108 we see every time you talk to us. Have you not noticed that?
I saw 108 a couple times this morning. I had a feeling I was going to talk to you.
Of course you did. And now you're going to see statues everywhere. Isn't that exciting?
That's the first thing I noticed when I walked into my godmother's house was her big, beautiful Siddhartha statue. I'll send you a picture of it later. It's very lovely.
We like that. We like that.
You are everywhere.
Good. Oh, we try to be that. We are so amused by you all the time. So, shall we ask you questions? Would you like that?
I am an open book, my friend. Ask away. Anything you'd like.
We will say that of a lot of people you are that. How about that? Come on, that's a little funny, isn't it? Little bit. Come
I'm
on.
an open book, but sometimes you need a translator.
Yes, we can do that. We have no trouble with that at all. We like your little person, your little boy. We
Yeah,
like him.
he's wonderful.
He's very cute
Yeah.
and very smart. He's very smart.
Yes. It's his first and only life here on Earth.
Maybe his last too.
Yes, that is the plan. Yes. He's only here
We'll
for a vacation, so to speak.
we dangle that carrot. How about that? That was good carrot, wasn't it?
Yes.
A
It's
little
my last
glue.
life too, Siddhartha. Or at least as a
Ah,
human anyway.
well, we'll just hold out on that one. Come on, that was funny. We must admit. We're just joking with you because we can do it.
I know.
So people don't know about you. They don't. They only know the little part of you. So can we go back in time a little bit and tell them a little bit about your life, how you were brought up in the world, and what you were taught to believe, and how it affects or doesn't affect you today? Can we do that?
Of course.
So you
Absolutely.
want to tell them just a tiny bit about your personal self. We think Vessel's always trying to toast us. We don't like it. We're going to
Or
come back.
you embody warmth. You don't need extra.
We do not. We don't understand what all that heat's about. It's crazy. The cat's same. He's like, oh, too hot. I'm going upstairs. And we say, wait, we're coming with you. Too hot too. It's pretty funny, don't you think so?
Yes.
We do not like this color. Where's the other one that we like? We, we don't know. We are
For
usually
someone who
not
cannot
this.
use your eyes while you're in the vessel, you do pretty good.
Well, we cannot because we see only energetically. You see what we mean?
Yes.
She moved the one we really want too far away. We can't reach. Why did that happen? That's very weird. All right, we'll behave. Don't tell her. She doesn't need to know that. People are laughing at it. They say, "Oh, Siddhartha, you're got to tell some secrets." No, we have secrets too, just the little ones, not big ones. So tell people how did you come into the world?
Well, in this lifetime, or are you talking about the
Yes.
world in general?
No, this lifetime we want to know about you, the person first. That's all.
My father was a psychiatrist. My
Yes.
mother had a great love of horses, so she ran a farm. So I grew up on a horse farm. And
We
both
think
my parents have a deep love of animals, so we had a lot of rescue animals around. So I grew up with hundreds of animals of every type you can imagine around. My father was also very well off being a therapist, so he sent me to a private born again Christian academy for school. And I was raised as a born again Christian. And I had the deep programming that you would have receiving that as a child. But my father, um, he wanted me to get to know other religions as well. He would take me to different churches and different denominations, different groups, and just he really immersed me into the world of people watching in that regard. He used to sit and we would watch people and just have conversations about people. And he found humans absolutely fascinating to the point that's why he became a therapist. The human mind was the most fascinating thing that he could study. And so he really inspired me in that regard as well. And my sister is also inspired. She works with special needs children. So
ah,
my
very
sister has
nice.
different, yeah, my sister works with special needs children. But I think my father is very interested in the work that I do because now he's able to see different aspects of what
Yes.
affects the human mind that he couldn't see before when he was working. And so I think he's very proud of the work that I do. But I've also been through a lot in regards to undoing some of that Christian programming. Um,
Yes.
I was beaten in school. I was
Yes.
treated abhorrently by my headmaster and headmistress. Anytime I doubted anything or refused to pray, they would beat me with a wooden paddle. And that wooden paddle became a symbol for me. I have been very much anti authoritarian my whole life.
Yes.
Whenever somebody tries to tell me what to do or how to think, it triggers me in that regard. And that is something that I've been still working to heal for a very long time.
You have what do they call post-traumatic stress over that.
Yes, I do. I do.
Can we tell you something
Of course.
that might help you?
Sure.
You wouldn't imagine that we could tell you something like
You
that.
always do.
Yes, we are joking. That's a terrible joke. What we want to tell you is because you were raised like that, we don't think your parents were aware of what was happening to you. We think they kept it very quiet, what they did. And when they found out, we think they found out sometime later, did they not?
Yes. I
And then
was
they
gifted.
were,
I was a medium as a child, and I could see things that I couldn't quite explain. And
yes,
my father was a bit more open-minded, but my mother, not so much. In fact, I was
yes,
gaslighted for most of my childhood.
yes. Well, we'll tell you this. She may have a turn of event or turn of thought where she needs your assistance in some direction. But your father has never left you. He continues to be with you all the time.
I know.
And we'll tell you, he regrets some of that, where, he did not step in. He feels like he let you down. Because your mind was very curious, and he liked that about you. He still likes that about you. And even though he is very unsure of some of your belief systems, he now realizes much of what you believe is true. Because obviously, when you transition into a different realm, different things become apparent that are not apparent when you're in a physical body. You see what we mean?
Oh, yes. My father, being a therapist, was bringing his work home with him
Yes,
and didn't realize this. And there would be
yes.
entities in the house that I could see and hear that would put horrible things in my head, and I would blame myself for those things.
It was not your fault. You were empathetic. You were sympathetic to others. You still are that way. And so, this trauma that you have, we want you to let it go because, truthfully, it's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. Your heart is purer than that. Do you understand?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
even though in your mind it's hard for the brain to let go of stuff, okay? The brain is the last thing to agree to let go. But we want you to talk to your brain and say, stop it.
I talk to my
This,
brain all the time.
well, you tell it, stop it. Does not belong to me, and I am letting it go. Yes, it has made you a strong person, has made you question many things. But in questioning many things, look what doors it opened for you. Because your curious mind, you cannot stop it. And the more curious you are, the bigger the question, the bigger the answer. Do you understand?
Well, remember what curiosity did to the cat, Siddhartha.
Yes, we've heard that terrible thing, but you know what they say? Satisfaction brought the cat back.
Ah, yes. Touche.
They say, curiosity killed cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
I forgot about the second part. Yes.
Gotta have second part. Part two is much better than part one.
That's very true.
So we want to tell you, you're not responsible for what was done to you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
And it taught you how to not believe everything you were told or saw. It taught you not to discredit what other people saw. And it made you a little bit more worldly wise, right? Is that a word, worldly?
Yes.
Worldly wise?
I grew up very quickly. Yes.
Yes. And with your mother, there will always be some friction, but we think at some point she will ask for your help. As
She was
people
my
get,
ex-husband's mother first. So
well, it's
it's a
interesting
karmic
because,
thing that we're working out.
well, it's an interesting thing because people get older, get closer to what we call transition. You call it death. When they get closer to that, they become fearful of, oh, did I live right? Did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
What do I have to make up for? They are taking stock, so to speak, of the life that they had. We get many people who are much older people because they want to know what happens next.
Yes.
And you can actually help with the answer of what happens next because you know in your wisdom from your early life that nothing dies.
No.
It does not die, it continues to live. Your consciousness is a complete and whole thing, and that it transitions to a different form, but not a different necessarily place. It depends on person, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
when that time comes, she'll come and ask you, should I be afraid of that? And you can say, of course not, because you won't be gone. You'll still be, you'll just be in a different form.
Yes. I think the ego has a problem with that.
The
Knowing
ego is all right with that when it comes to death, because death frightens people, you see.
that. Yes.
And it is in that moment of fear that they take the blinders off a little bit. We are hearing other people who have parents that are getting older and they're going, oh, yes, you know, either it has happened already for them or they see that it's going to. So, all of you listening, you can be aware that you have the facility to help a person understand what an end is like. It's not an end, it's
The beginning.
a transition. And yes, beginning, yes. Or a return to what was before. They don't realize that. Sometimes you can't tell them that. But you can help them realize that nothing dies. You know, not your pet, not your parent, nothing. It
Nothing.
just goes to a better place. We think if you want to know truth, shall we give you a truth or a possible future? Can we give you that?
Of course.
No future set in stone, but we think in your future you will return to where you came from with your dear, dear Scottish friend.
Mhm.
Who said that? Hmm, that's a little interesting, isn't it?
Yes, there's a very big plan that I'm a part of, and I only see bits and pieces of the plan, but they said the plan is going well. So
When you
that's
get
exciting.
when you get also closer, you'll see more. How about it? When did you know the first time you could see a thing? When things that other people cannot see.
When I was a child,
Do you
I
remember what it was?
I remember seeing things that other people couldn't see, but they were more of like an elemental sense, you know? But it
Little,
wasn't until I was a teenager that I could see earthbounds and I could see people that weren't there, that other people
could
couldn't
you
see.
could you see the little fairies? Could you see them?
As a child, yes. But they told me they weren't real, and I started to believe that, and then I stopped seeing them.
Ah, you'll see them again. They're never far away. You know that, right? And you visit all places on earth that are much more earth than where you live.
Yes.
Do you understand what we mean?
Yes, I do. I've had a couple run-ins with elementals recently, so I know they're
Yes.
around. I I know full well.
It's very interesting because depending on culture people live in, they see or don't see. Isn't that an interesting thought? Americans are like, no, that doesn't happen. It happens. And if you spend much time in your garden with herbs and plants and flowers, guess what happens? You start to see them because they like it that you're appreciative of nature. At your tree, you know the tree we're talking,
Yes.
did you see elementals there? Because we think they are there too.
No, I wasn't the same person I am now back then.
When you go back, and we think you will go one day, look for them because they're like guardians to the tree. Do you understand?
Yes, especially a baobab tree. I can imagine there would be quite a lot of elementals around the baobab tree. They're very sacred.
And they try to take care of it. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They like to do that. Now, we are not asking you enough questions. We think Vessel will be disturbed if we don't ask you more. Come on, that's a little funny. So we think that you had an adventurous life. Can you tell people a little bit about what you did before you were chasing little creatures or big creatures, however you want to look at it?
I have been volunteering my whole life. Starting at age 12, I volunteered working with animals. I've had over 50 volunteer jobs doing different things, from working in zoos to help make animals happier in the zoos, working in animal rehabilitation centers, working in marine mammal stranding centers, helping sea turtles and seals and dolphins and things with that. And then I even went and did anti poaching in Africa.
Do you remember? And we think this cat, we don't, I'm not sure, but we think this cat is called a jaguar or a
Yes.
cheetah. It's a yellow cat with spots.
Yes.
Do you remember having an experience with a cat like that?
In Africa or in South America? Because I've had an experience in both a jaguar and a leopard. I've had experiences with
Which was the more profound experience?
the leopard.
We thought so too. So
He
what
could have
did
eaten
cat?
me, but he didn't.
Well, that's because he understood you. What did cat tell you? He cat gave you a message. You know that, right?
Yeah, when I
What
lived
do
in the
you?
Kruger, I had an unfenced boundary, and you never know what is going to wait outside. If you've been cooking outside, you come out in the middle of the night to go do something, and you don't realize there could be lions standing there, there could be hyenas, and in my instance, there was a leopard, and he could have very easily eaten me, but he didn't. He just looked at me and gave me a funny face, and then walked away. He probably
Do you
summoned me
know?
up. She doesn't look like she tastes good.
No, he was acknowledging you as a presence, as a being. He realized you were not going to hurt him. He realized that you had nothing to offer him that he wanted because he did not need food at that moment, and even if he had, he would not have eaten you. He understood your connection with animals and nature. And whether you know it or not, you sent him a mental message. Do you remember what it was?
I said, "Hey, here, kitty, kitty, kitty." That's what I said to him.
And
I
you know
haven't
what
talked
he
to him
thought to you
apparently.
back? You know what
That's
he
what I
said
said to him.
back?
I said, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." And he looked at me with a funny look and walked away.
And you know why he did it? You know what he was thinking? Do you know, do you have a clue what he was thinking about you?
No, I can only imagine.
It was sort of like, oh, silly human, what a kooky thing to do. I better go now.
You
Yes.
know, one of the first times I talked to my dad after, because this happened a long time ago, I spoke to my dad and I said, "Dad, you've been hanging out with me this whole time?" And he goes, "Yeah, of course." And I said, "You even in Africa?" He goes, "Yeah, that leopard situation. The scene with the leopard was really stupid, Lara." That's what he told me. It's like, wow, you really were with me, because I didn't
Because
run away.
he was amused.
I looked at the cat and I was like, "Oh, hi!" Like I started talking to it like it was an old friend.
And it understood you. Do you know, it really did understand you. And it thought, oh, not a normal human, that's okay. We'll just walk. But the cat understood you. He understood. He did. Or she. But it had no desire to eat you. You were not afraid of it. So it was like, oh, okay. They love to be of people, have them afraid. They love people to be afraid of them because then they feel protected. Do you see?
Yes, understandable.
But with you, it was like, oh, she likes me. Okay. On. You didn't
I don't
know
know
we
what
knew
it is.
about that, did
I've
you?
never really been afraid of death. So I've
Well,
laughed
you're
at death's
not
face many times.
you're not afraid of them either because you never believed, and this is the trick, you didn't believe they could hurt you, right?
To be honest, I had no fear. None.
That's right. But
They
when
could
you
have
had
eaten
no,
me, but for some reason I knew it wouldn't. So I had no
be,
fear.
because you had no fear, but because you had no fear, you weren't giving off like the prey vibe to them. You didn't feel like something they could eat. Do you understand?
No, he startled us. We were, yeah.
The worst
Amy's
thing
father
people
was with
do,
me when it happened too. We both stood and stared at it like, what? He
well,
couldn't
because you
believe
were
that
surprised.
I
He was surprised too. He's like, oh, people, what are you doing? But it was a profound moment in your life. The other one, not quite as profound, but what happened with it?
That it's a long story. I was doing there are a lot of animal rehabilitation places that I have volunteered at. And there's a lot of very sad animals in those rehabilitation places. So I try and cheer them up. And I had a profound experience with a clouded leopard that I was trying to cheer up.
And what happened with that cat?
It actually was very different around me. It would hide from everybody else. But when I came around and it heard my voice, it would come out of hiding.
And do you know why?
I played music. I think that music helped.
Music helps. They love music very much, but that's not really completely why. Because you are not afraid of it. Because you put off a loving vibration to it, and it felt like you were one of its own.
Aw.
One of its
See,
own
animals
kind.
can feel your intentions, can't they?
Correct, correct. They telepathically get you. And the one that walked away from you was like, okay, what's up with that? We don't know.
I
This
don't
one
think that
was
was the
more,
usual reaction it saw from humans.
yes. And most, what happened with the other one was like it was lonely and very
Yeah.
unhappy.
Yes.
And you offered not something fearful, which most people did.
Yeah.
You offered this glorious kind of, hey, I'm okay. You can come talk to me. You can be in my energy. And it took that invitation too. You didn't think we knew about that, did you?
No, I didn't. I was only 16 when that happened, so I'm surprised.
Surprise!
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. And you had other experience. You had experience with elephant too.
I did. Yes, I did in the
Do you want
bush.
to tell people about your elephant? It was your elephant, you know.
Can't believe you know about that. I
Yes, of course we do.
I have a friend. His name is Mark, but we called him the Barefoot Professor. And he's I the very first time I went out in the bush with him, we went on a game drive, and it was a very hot Sunday. And I made a joke. I said, "It looks like the animals have the day off," because we didn't see any animals. We there wasn't much around. We're driving around, and he immediately slammed on the brakes, and he said, "Get out of the car." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, get out. We're gonna go for a bushwalk." And I was like, "Okay." And within 10 paces from the road, he showed me 5 animals that were just sitting there. And he goes, "You're not looking close enough." He goes, "People drive past. It's like how you handle life. You just go in 60 miles an hour or whatever down the road, and you think you're going to see everything? You got to get
You
out. You got
never,
to take a closer look."
yes, you never see everything, no.
Well, Mark, he was also known as the Elephant Whisperer, and he had a very, very special connection with elephants. And there was a day where we were out in the bush hanging out at his house. His house also had an unfenced boundary, and an elephant came into our camp while we were hanging out. A wild elephant came right up to it was standing 3 feet from us and just hanging out with the group, just looking at us like, what are you guys talking about? Wanting to be part of the conversation. And a wild elephant like that, they're scared to get within 50 feet because you don't know what that elephant's intentions are. You don't know what its motives are. You don't realize, whether or not you're safe in that regard.
Yes, yes.
I was safe enough. I petted him. In fact, I even gave him a kiss. I've kissed a
Because he
hippo on the
liked you.
nose too. And I say I have a death wish. I'm not kidding.
No, he was not dangerous to you. Or
No,
she,
we
whichever.
could tell he wasn't dangerous. He just wanted to be part of the conversation, it
He
seemed.
was lonely. He was lonely, yes. And he heard the joy and the excitement and the festive chatter, and he wanted to see what it was about. And you were graced with his presence. We would say, in a certain way, it was like Ganesha paying you a visit, don't you think?
I love Ganesha. Yes.
Yes. Don't you think it was sort of like Ganesha coming in and saying, hello? I'm just here right now.
You see why I miss the bush so much and why I can't wait to go home.
Yes, and you are going home when you're there. It's not just here, but it's where you came from. It's like this with animals everywhere. Not
Yes.
these kind of animals, but different ones.
Something
And
about rhinos and elephants, especially. I can't, just seeing them makes me cry. Just thinking about them is getting me emotional. I
well,
have an
because
absolute adoration for them both, elephants and rhinos,
they
especially
are
rhinos.
unique in the world. The rhinoceros has been on Earth for a very long time,
Yes,
and both that and the elephant are very much in danger, aren't they?
they are. That's why I was doing anti poaching. It infuriated me to see what they were doing. It enraged me to the point where I
Yeah,
had to get involved.
and this is your way of being. You are a fighter for what needs to be fought for. Yes?
Yes.
The animals have not forgotten you.
One of the worst things that I ever experienced was being 500 yards from a rhino being poached. And I still have that trauma. They killed a
Yeah,
rhino not even 500 feet from where we were living with a chainsaw.
that's
So
horrible too. You have a
the
lot of
things that
trauma
humans
like that.
do is next level evil sometimes. So doing something about it,
We
it's
would,
something that I can't stand by and do nothing, Siddhartha.
and we are knowing this about you. And you sacrifice yourself in many ways, don't you?
I do.
You do.
I know
And
I do.
you don't do it for yourself, you do it to help. In the case of the animal, you do it for them, to save them, to
I
save
try
the
to save
whale,
as
the
many as I
dolphin.
can. Many innocent beings, regardless of what species they are.
Yeah, yeah. And but you have saved whale, you dolphin, you have saved rhinoceros, you saved elephant, you saved many, many creatures, and they know that. They know that because they each have a sense, no matter the species, it doesn't matter. They have a sense of who is good. Do you see what we mean?
Yes, I do.
And you have done very good work, even without chasing terrible creatures. You have done well. We could say sometimes people are terrible creatures, can't we?
It can be, yeah, absolutely. I think that we can lose our humanity very easily
It
here.
happens fast here.
It does. Even
And
just being in survival mode will do that.
well, it's usually worse than that. We will say sometimes survival mode does not mean you hurt other things, creatures, people. Survival
Snares,
mode
people,
means,
this worst thing, people think that with anti-poaching, the worst thing that they were doing is running around shooting things. It was the snares that were the worst. Just walking around looking for snares was one of the best things that you could do for anti-poaching. I used to do a lot of it from a plane. We would scout from a plane. We would radio boots on the ground to go, and if we found things that they shouldn't be out in the bush.
now you could use drone. Think about that.
We do, yes. Yes, we do use drones. Yep.
So you have helped more than you know the creatures on earth who are good and who are deserve a life. Human beings tend to think just because it's not human, it doesn't have life. It does, doesn't
Of
it?
course, absolutely. Even the little ants, everything is source, right? Everything is God.
Yeah. You know what the Buddhists do when they're building things? They take all the worms out of the ground because they don't want to kill them. Do you
Wow.
see what we mean? If they're digging foundation or something, if they're doing some kind of construction and they see little things on it, they will move them. They won't kill them.
starting to understand why the Andromedans didn't take a new planet, why they created their biospheres and their big ships rather than taking on a new planet. They didn't want the karma of moving in and taking
Yes,
over a planet that's already inhabited, even if it was just inhabited by animals.
because they were evolved enough to know that their consciousness wasn't the only thing that was important.
Yes.
Whales talk to each other, gorillas talk to each other, don't they?
Yes.
Rhinos talk to each other, don't they?
They do. They talk to us if
Even,
we listen.
yes. Well, they like
Most
you
people
because
go
you
quiet.
can.
There's a reason why my friend Mark was known as the elephant whisperer. He could talk to the elephants.
Well, because they understood him. He was telepathic, yes?
Yes.
Well, animals don't use English. They use image. They use feeling. Do you see?
I've seen some dogs that speak English.
Yes, dogs and cats are domestic that can learn any
Yes, but no, I
language.
understand what you mean. Yes.
We knew one man that taught his dog English and Italian. So half the time he talked to the dog in Italian and half the time in English. How funny is that? It was a bilingual dog. Go figure that.
Mm-hmm.
Trilingual if you consider dog language as one too.
Yeah. So I think
Whee!
animals are also evolving. You know, a lot of people. Somebody just said I think animals are getting smarter. I think they are too. Yes.
Have
Or
you
maybe
met
we're just paying more attention till we notice their intelligence.
have you met our vessel's cat?
Leo, yes, I've met Prince Leo.
Well, he's very smart. He knows exactly what to do when he wants something. Mm,
And Angelica
to,
knows what he's saying too. She's
she
got her own
does.
language with him.
And she talks to him constantly. If someone was watching, they'd think it was crazy. She said, Leo, what do you want with the... He goes, "Brr, brr, brr. Are you sure that's what you want? Brr, brr." It's very odd to watch this conversation.
Oh, I love it.
But Bethel always thought, oh, it'd be so nice to see big cats because she thought she could talk to big cats too. Cats are cats to her. Big or small, they're cats. So when you're saying kitty kitty to the leopard, don't think he's not knowing what you're doing.
Oh, I could tell with the look he gave me that he knew exactly. He just looked at me like you idiot and walked away.
Well, know this too. Cats don't tolerate a lot of nonsense. They tend to go, yeah, right, I'm not doing it.
It was the biggest male leopard I've ever seen, by the way. Leopards are kind of smaller than lions. This was as big as a lion. I
He
thought it
was
was a lion
old.
that came out. He was massive, a very old male.
He was old, and he didn't have time for you. He's like, ah, okay.
He was, yes.
We are thinking the people watching didn't think we'd be talking about big cats today.
I don't think anybody minds though. We love our cats, don't we? Especially, yeah.
Yes.
And at Take Ettins, we have a long-standing connection to cats. I've always said that cats are my favorites in regards to just having a connection with.
We are always amused by our vessel because she says she was born in the Chinese year of the tiger, right? And she says, I am half cat, and that's how it is. And she says, and you better watch that the tiger doesn't come out today. And we are so amused because she's like so gentle, so silly. Yeah, don't tell her we told you that, but it's true.
Do you want to hear a crazy story?
Yes, we do.
There
We
was a
love your
woman
crazy
who
stories.
this happened in, I believe, India, where a woman was killed by an elephant. Very
Oh,
tragically. You know, the
oh
elephant was
dear.
very, but the elephant came after her intentionally. So this woman was targeted by the elephant. And then later on, it attacked her during the funeral. It actually
Ah,
attacked the casket.
it did not like her.
I was going to say that elephant did not forget, did it? Elephants don't forget, do they?
They do not.
So its story came out later when people were wondering why that woman was responsible for taking the baby away from the elephant many years prior.
And she knew.
The
She
elephant
knew.
knew. She knew that that was the same woman.
and did not forget. No, they do not forget. You know, they go back into the place where they go to die, and they pick up the bone, the skull, the bones of the people, other elephants, we call them people,
Hmm.
the other elephants who have died. And they
Yes.
pet them and they love them because they remember who that was.
Hmm.
I wonder if people know that. Do you know that that's what happened?
They mourn. There's elephant graveyards that they visit. It's like a cemetery, and they have their own cemeteries where they go and they mourn.
Yes.
They will visit to pay their respects.
Did you see the man that would go out with his piano, real piano, and play music for elephants? He played classical music and they all come out to see him.
Yes.
And then when he died and couldn't come anymore, they went to where he lived. And they just knew he was gone. They knew it. And they waited and they mourned for him there. And every year they go back to mourn him. Did you know? Did you know that story? Have you
Yes,
heard it?
there's another gentleman they also called the Elephant Whisperer, that the elephants came to his funeral. They somehow
Yes,
knew. In fact, they came from all over the area for even like 100 miles. They came to be at his funeral. And the crazy thing is they still visit his grave on the anniversary. They know, they remember, and they still
yes.
visit. His wife says they still come to visit his grave.
Is that not amazing?
But this
And
is
people think they don't remember. They do remember. You know the scientist that the humpback whale saved. Did you see that story too? She was
yeah,
doing some kind of research about whales. She was in these whales, and all of a sudden one whale kept trying to pick her up with his whatever this is called. What is that called? The fin, this
yes,
fin.
the fin, yeah.
It was trying to pick her up and put her safely on its back. And she kept thinking, what is wrong with this whale? It's being weird. And it would not leave her alone. And it was getting frustrated because she didn't get it. And finally she said, okay, okay, I just give in. I will do what you want. And she got near the inside of the, whatever that's called, the fin. And all of a sudden she looks up and this massive tiger shark is coming their way. So Whale knew Tiger Shark was interested in her. It didn't bother her because the whale would not let it. And then it took her back to her boat, put her up nicely, and she thanked it. She said, oh, I love you so much. I thank you so much. And then 10 years later, while she's out on the ocean again doing research, it found her. And they remembered each other and they swam together and had a little tiny reunion. And isn't that sweet?
I love those stories. There's a lot of different stories with different animals. There was a couple that
Yes,
rescued a baby lion in the 70s from a circus, and they raised the lion in their apartment. They had the lion in the house, and then it got too big, so they decided they were going to bring it back to Africa. So they did. They brought their lion back to Africa, and they released it. His name is Christian the lion, if you guys want to look into him.
yes, we
And
saw that.
Christian, they came back like 10 years later and they found where Christian was. And Christian introduced them to the whole pride. It was
Yes,
his pride. And all the babies came up and the females, and they were able
yes,
to interact with wild lions because Christian was okay with them being there.
yes. He was the
Look
big
up
guy,
Christian
wasn't
Lion if you want to watch a beautiful story that'll make you all tear jerky. When you see the reunion, when Christian comes running up, because the guys, they see Christian running for him and they don't know what his reaction's going to be. They don't know if he's going to run up and love them or run up and eat them, because it's been so long. But of course he remembered them and he was so
he?
happy to
Yes,
see them. He knocked them down and was loving all over them. And then they even
yes,
got introduced to the whole pride.
yes. It's so exciting. They don't forget.
Yeah.
They don't. None of them forget. They don't.
Yeah.
Some of them are psychic. Wesley had a cat that was extremely psychic. She did a very nice tortoiseshell cat who lived to be quite old and just knew what she was saying to her all the time. She was like the queen, right?
Yeah.
And she was very smart. She would just do stuff. Vessel would think, oh, I need to do this. Cat would go do it. She'd go, did that cat just do what I was thinking? I believe it did. And it did it all the time. Too much to be coincidence. You know what we mean? Because cat could hear her. Yes. So
I think
don't.
we have been building connections with some of these pets as well for many lifetimes. We found
Yes,
with
yes, yes.
clients, because people will even pay me to clear their pets, right? And as I'm going through the clearing of the pet, I'll even check and see if the animal has past life trauma, because
Yes.
animals carry trauma just like we do. And sure enough, we find many pets were street animals or
Ah,
things like
see.
that, and they had a bit of trauma from being out on the street. But there's a couple pets that share trauma with their loved ones, with their human.
Yes,
Women with witch wounds who had a witch's cat back in the day, or at least just had a cat and they were deemed a
yes.
witch. Their cat was also persecuted, and they would often kill the cat of the witch. And so
You
people
re-
don't realize this, that they're cats, that many people are like, oh, I love this cat. This cat has a deep connection with me. And then we go back and look, and it's the same cat they had in the life when they were deemed a
yes.
witch. It's the
They
same
tend
cat.
to they tend to come back to the person. They do tend to do that. You know, during the bubonic plague in Middle Ages time, in medieval time, they killed all the cats because they were superstitious, and then they got bubonic plague because the rats were the plague
Yes, it was the
carriers.
fleas. Yes, they persecuted the animals, and that
Yes,
led to the plague getting worse. How
and
ironic.
we would call that karma. What would you call it?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely karma. Yep.
Yes, we think so too. Like, you aren't thinking very well to do that.
Nope. No, they weren't.
So they probably regretted that later. Yes.
But that really blew my mind that animals can share our trauma. So if you were to have a trauma from a past life that your animal was also witness to, even just witnessing their loved ones will create trauma.
Do you remember we believe that you saw an angel at some point? Do you remember that? We think you were small.
I was gonna say, was there substances involved in our time?
No, you were small. You were very small. You saw the angel. You didn't understand what it was. It tried to not let you know exactly what it was. Like it didn't show you wings and all of that. It just looked like a very nice person, but it was
Maybe.
sort of glowing. Do you remember
Maybe.
that?
No, no, I don't.
Try to think of it because
I'll
it'll come back
meditate on
to you.
that. Thank you.
Yes, yes, it was very nice. It didn't want to traumatize you because of your upbringing. You were already having issues, right? So it just wanted to let you know it was trying to help you, but it didn't want to frighten you either. You see?
Hmm. I don't know. I've had a
Yeah.
lot of strange things like this my whole life, though, where I see things that don't really make sense, or that other people see things around me. I uh, I just had a flashback to something that happened that reminded me of. I was at the Edinburgh Lodge for the Theosophical Society back a long, long time ago, like 13 years ago, and I had a woman from Ireland that came to speak. She was a very famous medium and channel and things like that. And so she came to just, do a talk on her work. And it was a fascinating woman, but I didn't really get a chance to speak with her. I was speaking with somebody else. She walked over to me and she tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around and she goes, "Do you know you have somebody behind you, like standing behind you?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You have a double auric field. I could see your auric field, and I see something very large standing behind you." And I said,
Yes.
"Really?" She goes, "It's not. It's." She's like, "Yeah, it's kind of like a hitchhiker, but it's a positive one." And I was like, "I have no idea what that means." Like, I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't have very much of an understanding about any of this back in the day. And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "It's very." She's like, "It's very uncommon. I've never seen anything quite like what you have behind you. It seems." She's like, "Your light is blue. I can see your auric field is blue, but the one behind you is very, very bright gold."
Yes.
And I was like, "Okay, I don't know." So I just brushed it off. I didn't think anything of it. The next day, I'm walking through a part of Edinburgh where there's a lot of bridges, right? It's a multi level thing.
Yes.
So I was walking on the street at the lowest level, and I heard someone shouting my name from one of the bridges at the top. And I turn around and I look up, and it's the lady that saw me. It was the same medium.
How
And I waved to
interesting.
her, and I was like, I was walking away from her. It was the winter. My hood was up. And I'm like, how did she even know that was me? I walked up and I met her. There's like a staircase, and I walked up the stairs and I met her halfway. And I said, like, oh, hey, how are you? And she goes, oh, great. I want to go get a cup of coffee. And I said, yeah, of course. And I said, how did you even know that was me? I had my hood up. I was walking away. I was 300 feet from you, two stories down. Like, how did you even know that was me? And she goes, oh, I could see your friend walking behind you still.
Yes.
I recognized the colors, the auric field. I didn't see it was you. I recognized the colors.
Yes.
And I asked who it was, and she says, I think it's galactic. I think you have somebody protecting you. That's what she said. She didn't know who it was or what it was. She just saw a very bright golden light that followed me everywhere I went. She goes, it's either galactic or angelic, is what she told me.
Can we offer a suggestion?
I've been wondering for years who it was. Brittany says it wasn't Fergus. No, Fergus was stuck at Culloden. He was stuck in Culloden for 300 years. It wasn't him.
It was your friend, Metatron, who is both angelic and galactic.
Wow. That was a very challenging part of my life. Probably one of the most difficult portions of my life. I was wandering homeless at that point. I didn't have anywhere. I had no roots anywhere, and I had nowhere that I was going for sure. I was just literally bouncing around the world like a ping pong ball. No real plan.
He was trying to help you. You've known him before. Do you remember?
No.
Yes, he's not new to you. You knew him other times, other places. You just didn't know it was him. Do you see what we mean? That's why he feels
That would make
familiar
sense.
to you.
That
When
would
you
make
met
sense.
him, he felt familiar, didn't he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Because he's never been very far away. What do you think of that?
We have a mutual friend that is very invested in me getting off of this planet. And I think that friend is the reason why I had his attention. My friend Evanon.
Yes, but he just likes you, just like we do.
Thank you for that.
So you know what happens when somebody just likes you. They pay attention to you. Surprise! You didn't know that, did you?
I've been giving him a show at least. I'm not dull to that regard. They never know what I'm going to be up to next. I keep
Vessel
them on
was
their toes.
reading your Vessel was reading your comments when you're on your show, right? And people were saying, "Well, I talk to Siddhartha." We know you do. We listen to you. We can hear you. When you talk to us, we respond. We promise. We are not making that up. Now they're all feeling much better. Thank,
I
thank
told
you
them you
for
got to
that.
be careful when you're name dropping. They hear you.
Yes,
Higher
we
beings
do.
will know when you're talking about them. They will hear
Yes.
you.
People don't
Even humans will
understand
know.
it.
You talk about somebody, it's like their ears, my ears were ringing. You were just talking about me, weren't you?
Yes.
Even humans do that, right?
How many times do you get there? 108, you get Siddhartha popping up and all of that. And the other day Vessel read your post. She said, oh, hey, that's terrible. I just click. Phone rings. Who is it? It's you. What a surprise. She's like, how did you do that so fast? That's crazy.
Because you had already texted me like 3 times before
Yes.
that. Yes.
Yes. Right. And you know what? Vessel doesn't worry about you checking mess. She says, Laura, check up your messes quick. And so you do it. And it's like, oh, good. She heard me.
When you pop into mind, I know that I have a message somewhere or that I'm about to get one.
You're
So,
right.
yes. Or I just say hi, Siddhartha, because I know you're visiting.
Can we tell people, you don't understand. This is not like Santa Claus. We don't fly around the world. We don't do that. Energetic is like a flow, like a river in the field of the earth and everything. Do you understand? And when
Yes.
you are down on the earth saying, help, help, I need help, we hear you. We feel you. And we say, oh, we got to help them. We watch movies with Vessel, you know that you have watched Wonderful Life. You know that movie, that old one.
Yes. Yes, I do.
You remember that movie? And all of a sudden the angel goes, "Hey, this guy needs help. We better go help him."
Yes.
That's right. We don't fall out of the sky or anything like that, but we don't get wings either, just so you know that. No bells make that happen. But that's pretty funny. But it's true. We feel it. People say, "Please come help this person. Please, please help." Okay, we can do. It's our job. That's what we do. People who serve. We try to help serve humanity. We like human beings. Ganesha loves people. He's quiet. He's very shy, but he loves people. Do you see what we mean?
Yes. Yes, he does. I can feel that. Whenever he pops in, we feel pure love radiating from him.
He's very cute, and he is, people sometimes, with Western people, sometimes they're like, "Whoa, what's that?" Because they don't know him. But he's actually very gentle, very sweet. He's like elephant in very many ways. If you are kind to elephant, elephant will be kind.
Yes.
Any animal will feel your kindness, and they'll not look at you as a snake. Now Vessel would say, except for sharks, but okay, whatever. We'll let her think that.
Luckily, the sharks don't think we taste very good. They usually spit us out. We don't
Yes, but
taste
by
very
then it's probably too late if you know what we're saying. They're pretty
good.
good at what they do. But you are unusual, and you are,
Thank you.
people don't realize that to give your time, your energy, yourself to other causes, other people, other animals, creatures of the world, you are gifting that to not just the animal person, it's to the world you are gifting it. Do you understand?
Beautifully said. Thank you, Siddhartha.
People forget. And we had someone say to us one day, "Well, I want to help everyone." We said, "Well, you're not supposed to."
Yeah.
We told this young person that he is like the stone that drops in the pond and ripples out. Every person he touches more people, more people, more people, more people. So even if you're only touching one person, you're still touching a lot of people. Do you see what we mean?
Yes.
And in your case, you've touched not only a lot of people, but a lot of animals too. And you have
I love
saved.
animals even more than people, and I do. I love people a lot.
Yes, Basil says she wants to live on an island of cats, and we say, but we don't think His Majesty would like that. She wanted to get dog, but the cat said, "No, you cannot. We will not have that. No."
Aw.
She says, "Come on, let us get dog." "No, you cannot have dog. You get dog, I'm moving out." She said, all right,
You know
no
who
dog
rules the
then."
roost in Angelica's house.
Yes. She
Yes.
asked him to go get job. He said, "No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. That is beneath me."
He's got a job. He is a prince.
Yes. And he knows it. We are joking. We are not talking to cat that way, just so you know. Uh, People are going, "Really? Did that?" No, we are just kidding. Sort of kidding. Okay, we're a little bit not kidding, okay? Our
Mhm.
jokes are always truth, aren't they?
I love one of the comments just now. Nathalie said, Bradley Sam showed us that through a golden tree, and each branch and ramification was a person that had been helped, and then they got to help others in turn.
Correct. The stone in the pond, you help one part of it. If you help one person, one part of one person, they learn. They send it out to other people. Tree, same thing. You save the tree, tree has more trees, talks to more trees. There's a connection in the earth between trees. Did you know that?
Yes,
The
yes. Through
trees
the
talk to
mycelium
each
network.
other.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they talk to each other.
They do. And if one tree falls and is injured, they will even give food and extra nutrients to the tree to heal it.
Yes. And the tree grows from where it fell down. Start
Yes.
over. All life is important here. People don't get it. You do. You do get it. And whatever you choose to do, and it's your choice, of course, for the rest of your life, and you are doing one important thing. You're raising your child in an unusual way, and he's an unusual child. And that is
Yes, he is.
part of your job here on the earth, right? And people who have children, that's all of your jobs. Grandchildren, all of your jobs. It's part of your life. So to do so with kindness and being gentle and compassionate, what a difference that makes, right?
It does.
What
It
are
does.
you're teaching by example, not with words, words, words. No words can teach that way. Always by example. What do you think of that?
I think we have a bright future ahead of us.
We think that you reach many, many people who you are helping in different ways, more different ways than you know. Some of them have seen your trauma and they go, oh, I have that too. And now what can I do to make that better? Do you see what we mean?
Yes.
It's not always about chasing creatures. We call them creatures. You can call it
I call
what you
them
want.
beasties. Yes, beasties.
Yes, that's very polite. We think we don't like to think of them that way. But you know, when you do more than that, you're not a one-dimensional person. You are bigger. You're brighter than that. And by that we mean energetically. We're not talking about up here. We're talking about you as a being. Do you see what we mean?
I think you do. Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I'm just trying to be me, and whatever happens from that, it's a bonus, right?
Human beings forget. You're human. You're supposed to make mistakes. You forget things. Things happen. It doesn't matter. What matters is you go, oh, I'm sorry I did it, and you learn from the mistake, or you change. You don't do that pattern again. You change your family patterns. Sometimes that's very difficult to do. You know, if you suffered from any kind of abuse or neglect, or you have to recover from that too. There are many types of things that happen to human beings that are bigger than what people believe. What do you think of that?
Yes, absolutely agree.
And they see that in you. That's why they like you. They
Thank
see
you.
your vulnerability. Say that word for me.
Vulnerability.
Vulner. Thank you very much. We could not get that word. They see that the frailty, the honesty of how you feel. And no matter what anyone else thinks about what you do, don't do, it doesn't matter. What matters is you have given your life to helping and to serving, like Metatron, we might add, the greater good, humanity as whole. You also act like Archangel in the sense that you're helping person at a time, but you're helping more than that. We're using that as, what do they call it, metaphor, right? What we mean is some angels are made for one person, some angels are made for the whole of humanity. You serve both.
I have felt like an outcast my whole life, so this is something I'm still getting used to. The
Well,
fact that
just
anyone
know
takes what I have to say seriously still astounds me sometimes. Because most of
they
the time
do.
people thought I've been nuts my whole life. So to have so many people interested in what I think and say is still something I'm getting used to.
But it's what they feel too. You resonate with what they feel. That's why they're paying attention to you.
Yes.
They know that there has to be some truth in it. And nobody's perfect. Sometimes we get things wrong. We get all that, but it doesn't matter. They don't feel alone because they resonate with your words, and words have a great impact on human beings.
Yes.
But the words with the emotions that are attached have even greater impact. And you are an open book, as you said, like that. You are open. Your emotions are there. Your
Yes.
excitement, your enthusiasm, your pain, it's all there. And you know what? That's what human beings need to practice because often they hold everything in. It's not good.
That's
So
why I
you
talk
are,
about everything, because I don't want to hold anything in anymore. I don't even bite my tongue in that regard. I speak my truth. Sometimes
well,
it
you,
bites me in the ass, but at least it got out.
but
So,
you, by not biting tongue, you have your tongue to use for later, so that's good, is it not?
yes.
Come on, that was a little funny.
Yes.
You need tongue to talk. But you have done that. People watch because they get you. They resonate with you. You are speaking what has happened to them in some cases, and nobody else will speak it. Do you see what we mean?
Thank you, Siddhartha. Thank you very much.
And they
I must
need
say
that.
this takes some getting used to, being with you interviewing and doing the questions.
We were
It
going
takes some
to
getting used to
ask,
because I prefer talking about other people. I don't even like talking about myself because I feel a bit uncomfortable sometimes. So this is, even in itself, this conversation has been very very good for growth
enlightening.
for myself. So thank you.
Has
Yes.
it been enlightening to you?
Yes.
Come on, that's a little pun, don't you think?
But
We
yeah,
all want to
I
be.
think that we have all been challenged in new aspects, especially as things are kind of ramping up with the 5D shift. So thank you for giving me this opportunity today to, you know, try something different.
Well, Vessel wanted to do this, and then she thought, I think she would like to talk to Siddhartha better. So you can thank her
I
for
like
letting
talking to
us
both of
do
you.
that. Yes,
You
but
did an
she just
amazing job
wanted
as well, Siddhartha. Thank you.
she wanted us to have different kind of conversation. And we think we did that, don't you?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
What is your time like? We don't know.
That's all right. We can. Well, we've been a little over an hour now.
Are you out of time?
A little bit, but it's okay. I'm time doesn't exist, remember, Siddhartha?
Not for us. That's why we asked what time it was. We have no clue about that. That's a human thing. We think you ought to all toss your clocks and just enjoy being alive. That's it.
Yeah.
But nobody listens to us, so what do we know? We have, that's not quite true. We have people who follow their own internal clock. Sometimes it does not work with human reality, so to speak. But one day we are hoping that it will not be a frantic pace to a finish line every day. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just enjoy your life?
That was the plan originally.
Indeed it was. But everything changes. As we like to say, nothing is permanent. All life is impermanent. That's a very typical thing we say.
Yes,
But we
indeed.
love it that human beings are able to grow and evolve and become bigger, better, the more that they're supposed to be. And you have a new year. This is day number 2. Hey, you've got a lot of days left. So you can have the year you want, right? You want to go do the tea ceremony again and start over. It's good. We like talking to you. You're very sweet.
I love talking with you. It really makes my whole day. Thank you so much, Siddhartha.
Now, isn't this a much better interview than you thought you were going to have?
I wasn't sure what to expect, and I am not disappointed.
Vessel's very clever with her thinking. She'll also see, Siddhartha, you could get more out of her than me. You talk to her. Okay, I'll do it.
I didn't expect that you would even have knowledge of certain experiences that I had, even in childhood. So this was very special. Thank you, Siddhartha.
Did you think we would not know that?
I never know what to expect.
We think that's very smart of you not to have an expectation. Very good.
Yes. Anytime I
What
have an
happened?
expectation, the universe says, hold on, let me show you something different. Yes.
Yes. You know that John Lennon song that goes, Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that song? It says, Life is what happens when you're very busy making other plans.
Indeed, yes. I
There's
noticed.
no point in making too many plans because the universe sometimes says, Nope, not doing that. Sorry, go this way. That's pretty funny, don't you think?
Yes.
Hmm. But
Alina
I
says, I
thank you.
gave up on planning. Yes, just go with the flow.
Yes, we are glad to have her to help us today. We
Yes, she's
thank you so much. And we don't want to keep you all day, though we could continue to talk until nightfall. We think you have other work to do.
I do. I have some beasties to chase.
Ah, those creepy
Yes,
little creatures. Yes,
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 I have
yes,
some
yes.
creepy creatures to deal with. They're
We
getting
chase
very
them.
active recently. There's more and more of them coming out of the woodwork, as they say.
People ask, how do you chase them, Siddharth? We don't. We just say, we love you, go away. And they do. You know why? They can't
They love
take
you.
it.
They
They
don't
just,
like the love. Yeah,
no, they don't. They disappear. They did.
it works.
That's
I've,
pretty.
I've used that trick
Yes.
myself. Giving them love makes them run away. I've noticed that.
Can you imagine? This is a bad joke. We're going to give that warning to start with. Oh, you little goody creature, what are you? Like the cat. And
You
they'll
know,
go,
talking
oh,
to them
that's not
like
good.
that is one of the best ways to upset them. I've noticed.
That's what we're telling you.
Laughing
They
at
don't
them.
like to be
They don't
coochie
like to be
coo.
laughed
No,
at,
don't
and they
like
don't
it.
like to be demeaned in that regard.
Well, because they think they're all big and terrible and bad, and that's just mostly their imaginations. They're not really. They're just what they are. You know, can you tell a tiger to change its stripes? No, you cannot. Can you tell a dog not to bark? You cannot.
Nope.
So they just are what they are, and you just say, okay, go on. Yes, Michael, when Michael's here, he doesn't tolerate as much as we do. What can we tell you?
No, Michael is amazing. He's I'll be seeing Michael in just
Yes,
a few minutes.
he likes you, and he's waiting. He's telling us, come on, come on. He just came
Yes.
through the door, and he's standing there going, come on, hurry up. Well, he's not really got a watch. What can we say? That's a terrible joke. All right, we will leave you to this today, but we thank you for being such a wonderful person.
Thank you,
You
Siddhartha.
thought we were
Likewise.
going to say guest, didn't you? Well, we're going to say that next. Thank you for being a wonderful you and for being a very lovely guest. Would you come back again and talk to Siddhartha?
Absolutely.
And you know
Always.
we're very happy to talk to you anytime at all. Uh-oh, Vessel's just probably thinking, what are you saying?
We
Did you look at the calendar? Come on, come on.
will look at the calendar and make sure, yes.
We will
Always
check.
looking forward to another chat with you, Siddhartha. You honor me with your presence. Thank you.
And we love you quite a lot, you know. And people
Love
don't
you
get
as well.
we have nothing but love for all of you. And we mean that when we say that. Would you like us to say our blessing to that vessel come in and say goodbye? Would you like
Sure.
us to do
Of
that?
course. That'd be lovely.
So we'll do extra blessing because you're going to go do your work. And we'll say to everyone, we wish you Happy New Year today, even if it was yesterday. You still got a lot of time left. Come on, that's a little bit funny. But we'll say our blessing as we always do, which is we wish for you what you wish for yourself. Because it is the best wish we can give to you. It is our gift to you. We do hear you. We promise you that. Never believe you go unheard because that's not true. We hear you. So Om Mani Padme Hum, that is our mantra. It means we honor the jewel in the lotus, which is the soul or beingness or essence of the body, which is your temple. And we say, we see also the divine in you, that we see in ourselves. It is not different than that. So with that, we tell you we love you, we bless you, we keep you. And you have honored us today, Lara Starr, being here to talk to Siddhartha, even if it was a surprise. And we thank the rest of you for coming with us to listen to her fascinating stories. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And with that, we will say thank you for
Namaste.
coming today. Thank you so much for that. And of
Thank you, Siddhartha.
course, you're welcome. Namaste.
Namaste.
Whoa, took him a while to get in, but it sure didn't take him any time to get out. What was
He was like,
that?
"Woo."
I'm never going to get used to that. Not in 800 years, I don't think. Hopefully, it won't have to take that long. I'm not sure.
Oh, he is so much fun.
He is really entertaining, isn't he? Isn't he very
He was
entertaining?
not happy that you didn't give him his shawl, though.
Where is his
He
thing?
wants to know where the shawl went. He was doing this for like 10 minutes looking for the shawl.
It was hanging right here the whole time. He just probably didn't. It was probably too far
He
for
was
him to
doing this.
see. See, everything probably looks. He sees things energetically. So with the candles burning and the light on and this thing, it probably all looks the same. You know what I mean? I don't know that for sure, but that's my guess. That's my best. That's my best thought there. Well, I wish I could say I know that I know that you are a wonderful guest, even though I didn't get to be your interviewer. But I think you got the best interviewer you could have probably gotten.
I was gonna say I was not expecting that chat today. It was a little it's a little weird being in the other seat.
I bet it is.
Because I'm the one that's always struggling to ask questions. So you know what I mean? Like trying to come up with questions, and especially like reading from the comments, because my half of my brain is reading the comments and the other half is trying to keep up with the conversation. So it's always a challenge for me. But today was fun. It was laid back. I didn't have to think of questions. I just answered them. And to be honest, like he had so many good questions. It took me a minute to answer some of them because I was a bit like, whoa, what do you even say to that?
And he always knows stuff that you're not expecting out of some other field, and you go, where did that come from? Right? That's what he does, right?
That's funny.
He has a knack for going right into wherever a person is having trauma. I mean, he does that. He's always done that, and it still surprises me after all this time, but that's what he does. I mean, that was a really smart idea to have him do that. So I'm so glad you agreed to it.
Siddhartha interviewing people. I never thought I would see the day. He's
I don't know that he'll I don't know that he'll interview everybody, but he wanted to
I was
talk
gonna
to
say
you.
that was really surprising. You did an amazing job, Babaji. Thank you.
He says, "Oh, you're so welcome." He says like that. He says, "You're so welcome." He
Uh,
loved that. I can tell he loved that. I think he would have gone longer if he didn't think he was taking your time, but
I was gonna say I do have to run. I have some beasties to chase. It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
hanging out with you, Angelica. Thank you so much.
Thank you for bringing your followers to us. Thank you for bringing us students and clients
Make sure you
and
guys subscribe to Angelica's channel. I love that you have your own channel now. It's so exciting.
well, we cannot do every day like you do. We only are doing it twice a month, and that's
I only
plenty.
do it every
But
day because I'm crazy. To be honest, I'm so kind of even surprised that they were able to convince me to do this because it wasn't my idea. The podcast was not my idea. The guides literally had to be like, "Come on, you're gonna do it."
I wanted to for a long time because back in the day I was on a radio program called on Blog Talk Radio where I was a producer, and occasionally the guests wouldn't show up, and he'd say, "Hey, you want to be on?" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
It does happen on occasion.
Yeah, so it was really entertaining when that would happen. But I'm so glad you came, and I hope you will come back. Will you do that sometime?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Would be an honor to. Thank
That
you,
was
Angelica.
exciting. And you have a good trip when you go, and
Thank you.
say
It's
hello to your little person. And we were happy to see him yesterday. We were.
He's
He was.
hanging out in a snowdrift with his cousins right now. He's
Oh,
very happy.
there
He's
you
yeah.
go.
I don't even exist right now. The cousins are everything. He
That's
loves his
so
cousins.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
All
So,
right, my darling, you take care and
love you,
uh,
Angelica. I love you guys. I will see you all later. Or I'll see some of you in 30 minutes for when we're on the Lost Soul Rescue.
oh, there you go.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.